Your pitch must answer these questions. First question. Question number 1. When you are pitching, your pitch must answer this question. What problem are you solving? Question number 1. What problem are you solving? That's the first question. Question number 2. Question number 3. What's your story? Why did you start? And that's the theme for today. Why did you start the business? What's your story? That's the third question. The last question. Question yokugcina. What do you need? What do you need? Anungasabi. If you need $1 million, say you need $1 million. I just need something nyana, guting pushe nyana. What's this nyana that you need? So those are the 4 questions. Question number 1, what problem are you solving? Question number 2, what's your unique selling point? Question number 3, what's your story? Question number 4, what do you need? Is this helpful? Every time you pitch, because sometimes they say, tell us about your business. A business here to, yeah. Right? So here are pitches. You have a minute to tell us about your business and pitch and sell your business to the people. Then we're going to decide on who the winner is, right? Okay, so our first pitcher is Upumzile. Thank you so much. Pumzile, we're going to do the 3, 2, 1, and then she has a minute to pitch her business. All right, keep in mask. Let's show some love. And in 3, yes. All right, 3, 2, 1. Your 60 seconds starts now.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is... Okay. Close, okay. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Phumzile Zondo. I'm the founder and CEO of Mnandi Pie. Mnandi Pie is currently based at Umtambeka section. It's 4 months old. So we offer frozen and ready-to-eat pies. So the reason why I started Mnandi Pie is because I am a pie lover. I love pies. So it was a bit of a challenge for me to get a pie. I had to walk a distance or catch a taxi. So with Mnandi Pie, they deliver. So, and another thing that Mnandi Pie is good about is that you'll get your pie at your convenient time. Most of my customers use Mnandi Pie as their lunch box. So I say you can get Mnandi Pie anywhere and everywhere. Whenever you have a microwave, just contact us at Mnandi Pie. The reason why I'm here is because I want to grow my brand. I want to grow my company.
1 minute is up. Please show some love for Upumzile. Thank you so much. Mnandi Pie. Nandi. All right, our second picture is Unomfundo. Nomfundo, your 60 seconds starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, my name is Nomfundo Masilela. I'm a student. So I haven't, what can I say? So I'm new in this entrepreneurship thing, ne? And so I haven't figured out exactly what I want to do. But the main thing that I want to solve is unemployment. So I want to figure out exactly what I want to do, and then also need funding and all of those things. So I don't have much to say.
So Nomfundo, testing. Nomfundo, let's for the 25 seconds. If I gave you $1 million now, what problem would you solve?
Unemployment.
Unemployment, but be more specific. Which problem?
What do you mean?
Create jobs?
Yes.
So you create jobs?
Yes.
Okay. As long as you keep that at the core, then opportunities will open up. Please put your hands together for Nomfundo. Show some love. All right. Brother?
Sure. Bonise.
Bonise. Bonisa. All right, Bonisa, please put the mic up so they can hear you. Ehlise mask. All right, and your 1 minute, 60 seconds starts in
Be here as well at tea. It's my first time. I'm glad that everyone is going to have tea. People have been going to Nkandla to have tea. So finally, my name is Lebogang Khoza. I'm from the wholesale and retail sector. Do you guys know about SETAs? I guess you do know about SETAs, right? There are about 21 SETAs in the country, and we report to the Department of Higher Education and Training. Each SETA is responsible for various economic sectors. So ours is wholesale and retail. You've got services, you've got mining, you've got manufacturing, you've got bank SETA, you've got agri-SETA that deals with agriculture, you've got P-SETA that deals with government and local government issues. So we've got a national footprint also as the wholesale and retail SETA. We've got 10 provincial offices. So we've got a footprint basically in all the provinces, but in Gauteng specifically, we've got 2 offices. We've got Gauteng South, which is based in Parktown, and we've got Gauteng North, which is the office where I'm coming from. We are based in Pretoria, in Hatfield. We're sharing the same office space with the public protector. If you're familiar with where the public protector is, that's where we are based. So I was informed that I need to come out and just share with you what are the offerings from the wholesale and retail SETA, especially for SMMEs here in Tembisa. What is it that you can access from the SETA? So we've got a variety of funds that we do make available to SMMEs, especially informal traders as well as the formal ones. But maybe I will just start with the SMME grant that we do provide. So the SMME grant is, you need to have your papers in order, your tax must be in order as well. The grant is based on training. So there's a training that you're going to attend. And at the end of the training, it's basically 2 to 3 days training on entrepreneurship and how you manage your businesses and all of that. And at the end of the training, there's a voucher that we do provide to the beneficiaries, so people who attended the training. The voucher is worth 3,000 rand, just as a cash injection into our business. It's twofold. It's either you can apply as an individual SMME, or you can apply also as an association. So if you've got an association here in Tembisa of small businesses, you can also apply for your members. And that we call it a bulk application. And everyone will be taken through that particular training. But at the end of the training, we'll provide them with a voucher of about 3,000 rand. The second one is entrepreneur development, because I see there are lots of young people in the house. So this entrepreneur development is also aimed at encouraging you and giving you the right skills to make sure that your business does flourish as well. So the entrepreneur development is a credit-bearing short course that you are going to attend, provide you with a stipend of about 3,000 rand per month for that period of 6 months. At the end, when you successfully complete the program, the SETA will inject about 30,000 into your business. So that is for entrepreneur development that is aimed at young people. Obviously, you must have your own business. You must be young, you must be South Africans. There are all those criteria that we look at. But the good thing about it is that at the end of the program, the SETA will do a cash injection of about 30,000 into your business. And the other one that we also offer is based on cooperatives and NGOs and NPOs in the community. So if you are a cooperative, you group yourself, you can also apply to the SETA. You'll be taken through a training program, and there would be some reasonable accommodation. It's not a stipend per se, we just call it a reasonable accommodation. Because what we have realized is that when we do make training available, majority of the times, people are not willing to leave their businesses to go and attend training. So we incentivize you to say, come to training for a particular 3 days or so, and at the end of the 3 days, we'll reimburse you about 3,000 rand just for the time that you have spent away from your business. So it's a carrot that we are also dangling to say, your business shouldn't suffer when you go on training. But the most important thing is that when you after the training, whatever you have been taught, you must then go and implement it in your business and make sure that your business does flourish. So those are some of the options that we have at the SETA. And we also work with the Department of Small Enterprise based in Pretoria as well in terms of enterprise development and SMME development. We also work with SWYPA in terms of how can young people like yourselves access funding for your businesses as well. So that's basically what the SETA does. We are available outside there. My colleagues are available. If there are questions that you would need, you can engage us during a networking session. So those are the options that are available to young people. But basically our mandate is training. So we do not necessarily give you cash, but we make sure that when it comes to SMME and entrepreneurial development, there is a stipend and reasonable accommodation that we provide. But our key mandate is basically training, because we believe that training is key to everything. Like the entrepreneurs who were here, some of them, their businesses are 4 months, a year old. So it is important that you get proper guidance and training to make sure that your business is sustainable. And the good thing also about being an entrepreneur, I mean, you are also assisting the government. The issue of unemployment is rife in our communities. So if you are an entrepreneur, you are employing 1 or 2 people, you are actually assisting the government in making sure that we alleviate this issue of unemployment, especially within the youth sector. But remember that not everyone can be an entrepreneur. So when you really take that decision to be an entrepreneur, it must be something that you are passionate about. And like the MC was saying, what is your value proposition? What is it that you are going to add? What are you going to do different? But the main thing...
And he's the founder and owner of DrumBoss Muzik, one of Africa's renowned and legendary DJ and music producer. He's been in the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this one needs like a big round of applause. Celebrating 10 years in the industry. 10 years of giving us hits after hits after hits. Yeah? Thank you so much, brother. So, khona enye ingoma mina bengithanda lebengidlala mangihamba nomuntu wami. Easy to love. Niyayikhumbula? Yeah, that's the man. That's the man. So the combination of her beautiful voice, Busi, and his relaxed beat became a big hit. So there's another track by Heavy K, Uyege, which has reached over 3 million views on YouTube. Year after year, Heavy K's brand grows in strength. In his celebration of 10 years this year, 2021, Heavy K is building a brand across Africa and the globe. 10 years on onwards, building an empire through his DrumBoss music business. Hashtag respect the DrumBoss. Hashtag Heavy K. Ladies and gentlemen, let's show some love. 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 Please put your hands together for the one and only Mr. DrumBoss, Heavy K.
Good morning, you right? Yeah, it's for the back comfortable, yeah. First of all, guys, I want to say I'm happy to be here. You know, I'm always happy to be able to share about my 2 cents with other people also who want to see their dreams come true. I'm always happy to do that, you know, and I just want to say to you guys before I even begin that believe in yourself. Nobody can do it for you but yourself, and depend on yourself 100%, you know. So I'm just gonna take you guys through about like how I started, you know, because before I was a businessman, I was a young boy from PE, you know, in Fairplus. I was just a schoolboy. I think I was just like 15 years old when this whole thing began, you know. So I was just a normal kid, you know. I come from a poor family, by the way, if you guys didn't know. So I was just that kid, man, you know, but at the same time, I was always disciplined, you know. I always liked to look at a lot of magazines, you know. I always wanted to know more about the universe. I wanted to be a scientist, actually, you know. So I don't know how I found myself as a DJ today, you know. I wanted to be a scientist, you know. I used to be that guy, you know. So There was this one day, I was with my big brother. So he asked me to go take some movies from this other guy in the township called Questa. You know, each and every township, there is that guy on the computer who always has these movies, who does CVs and all those kind of stuff. So Questa was one of the guys there, you know. So my brother sent me there to go take some movies, gave me a USB. I walked to the guy. So when I got to the door, there was a big sign on the door saying, "Do not knock, do not do anything," you know. So imagine as a 15-year-old kid, I'm there confused now. I don't know what to do, you know. I'm not supposed to knock. I'm not supposed to do anything. And the door is closed, you know. But I could hear the music is banging, you know. But I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do? I just waited by the door until the guys opened. And then when they opened the door, you know, he was like, "Shh, don't say anything. Just sit down." You know, I was like, okay, cool. And then I just sat down there the whole time. And then the guy, man, they started making music in front of me for like an hour. You know, the music, they starting, the other guy was on the drums, the other guy was playing piano, you know, and then the one was singing. But funny enough, it was a gospel song, you know. But during that time, in a way, I got inspired, you know, and then all of a sudden there was just a voice in me, you know, that said to me, maybe this is what you need to do. I don't know why, because before that day, I never thought I would do music or anything like that. But for some odd reason, I was inspired, you know. I just loved what was happening. I even forgot I was there for the movies, you know. I felt like I was there for the whole thing that they were doing. So as soon as they were done, the guy was like, okay, give me the USB, you know, let me put the movies for you. And then I asked the guy what was happening. Are you guys creating music? He said, yes. And then he explained to me, he started explaining, this is how you do this and this and this and this. From that day, I asked that guy for that program. That was Fruity Loops 3. Is there any producers here? Is there any music? Is there any people who are in music here? You know? Oh, only you, brother. Okay, it's fine. Business is the same. That's what's up. So now, that was Fruity Loops 3. You know, I got that program, and then that guy sold it to me for 150. So I started my business with 150 rands. So there's no excuses, guys, you know. So I paid that guy 150, and then he gave me the program. From that day, when I was 16, which is the next year, I produced one of the biggest songs in South Africa ever. I focused on that. The next year, I was able to produce a song for Professor, you know. But for me, at that time, I can't a drive. You need something that inspires you, you know. You need something that makes you wake up in the morning and be like, okay, I'm going to go for this, and then you go all out, you know. So the whole time, for me, it was all about the drive. I wanted to drive myself to the point whereby I feel like, okay, I'm pressured now to start taking this thing serious and as a business, you know. I think when that song by Professor became big, I was still not ready as a businessman because I was still a kid who was just excited about music, you know. And then I met people who told me that, you know, this is money, you know, whatever, you must stop doing this for fun and all of that, you know. And then I started talking to a couple of people, you know, which is I feel like is important to always go and seek for advice, you know, and not be ashamed and not be scared to ask people of how you do it. Because I feel like if you think you're smart or you think you know everything, you know, you never learn. You know, I feel like you always must be, even today, I'm still in that mode. I always feel like I don't know enough. Then that thing pushes me to seek for more information, to speak to more people, you know, so that I can understand things better, because you never stop learning. So if Blackoff will come to PE or Mawuta or whatever, I'll talk to the promoter and be like, okay, man, can I please get a time to talk to this guy, you know, and being able to connect with that with whoever, you know. So if I meet Blackoff, I'll start asking him so many questions that, how do you do this? You know, I'm talking about the business side of things now, because I've already knew that I can make beats now, you know, but I wanted to understand the business, you know, before I even reached the professional level, you know. So I started asking Blackoff about advice. Then you advise me, do this. open your own company, own your stuff, and whenever you do, try to save up money, and have your own lawyers, whatever. So what I've learned, in my journey, it doesn't matter what stage or level your business, is on, but at the end of the day, you need to take it serious, whether you still have 5 customers, it doesn't matter, guys. You just need to take your business very seriously, and sometimes I know as small businesses, big people sometimes can make you feel small or can make you feel like since you kind of like starting, they'll make you feel like maybe whatever that you're offering is not worth it. You understand me? So I think what is very important also is that foundation that whether how small your business is, be professional, and know your worth, in whatever that you do, So from there, that's how guys I got to know the other side of things. I opened my own company, I called it DrumBoss Music, So after that, I wanted to create like demand, for my brand, because I never believed in, going maybe to ask for people, to fund my business or to do whatever, because my fear was for me that I borrow money from someone to start a business, and then I'm there now, my business is not working out, and then I'm owing someone money, and then I'm working under pressure, So for me, I was like, let me try by all means to do gigs. I used to do gigs for like 500. I used to get paid like 500, and I used to play for like 8 hours, But I did it, and I used to play, when the event is still early, there's still chairs, you're just playing on your own, you understand? I will play 5 hours and I'll be bumping my head there as if the pace is packed, you understand? Because I knew that I needed that $500, And then I kept on saving, I kept on creating the demand, because I don't like handouts, I don't like handouts. I feel like you need to go out there, you understand me, yourself, and make sure that you get things moving for yourself, because sometimes if you depend on people, you guys can discuss something and be like, okay, we're meeting up on Wednesday, we're doing A, B, C, and D on Wednesday, and then you call that same person and then they drop you. You understand? Now, after that person drops you, you are confused, because maybe to him, that thing is not really important as it is to you, So I want to stick to this part that depend on yourself, so no matter what. So I raised that money. It took me a while, because at the same time, I had to give my mom, some money, because it was tough at home as well, until I remember I had about 10,000. Yeah, I think I had about 10,000 in my account, because I kept on saving those 500s and 3,000, sometimes 4,000, and all of that. I remember when everything started, it was 2012, I released a song. I'm not sure if you guys know, there's a song called Gun Song, Do you guys know the song? You know the gun song? Yeah. I did that song. And then that song, I think Shimza got it, Black Coffee got it, then it started playing everywhere. I'm still broke that time. I'm still flat. I just have that 10,000 that I've been saving, trying to, hustle and try to invest, so that whenever there's something I want to do, I have money for transport, I have money to take care of myself. So when that song became big, at least, a lot of people outside started recognizing me, to the point that I got a gig in Angola. So at that time, I think they offered me $2,000. I think it was around 20,000, 23,000. So when I got that gig, that's where everything for me began, because I knew that I had to come to Joburg to actually build my business. Because when you're coming from a small town, sometimes it's tough, man, because you don't wake up every day and see celebrities and see people that inspire you besides people who are in business. Because me at that time, I was just interested in music business, nothing else. I didn't want to confuse myself. I didn't care about anything else. Everything about me was just about music. I didn't want to start any business, whatever. Oh, but I did have a business, I forgot. Chicken dust. I used to do chicken dust on the street. I used to, my cooking skills are on another level. That's another side of me. It's coming very soon. So I used to do chicken dust, but that was before. And then after I got that money, I called my friend Cuba. Yeah, boy, he's from Joburg. He was Shimza's friend. I met him through Shimza. And then I called Cuba. I was like, Cuba, bro, I want to come to Joburg, man. I want to pursue my music career and take my business to the next level, but I'm going to need you to accommodate me. And then Cuba was like, no, cool, my brother, come through, Then I came through to Joburg with my computer and with one pair of sneakers. That's how I came to Joburg. Got there, I was staying with Cuba, I used to sleep on the floor. But what was more important to me, that each and every day we made sure that it was productive, because I had my album finished, maybe like 80% of my album was finished. It was just another 20%. Cuba was also working on this album, So we had sleepless nights there, we would talk a lot, but now, the problem is, when I got there, the guys were already, I think it was 3 of them. And this was a small place, you understand me? So I used to feel bad when they, they'll buy food, they'll buy groceries, and I was not contributing in any way, because at the end of the day, the Angola money hasn't cleared, but at the same time, I know for sure that we signed the contract, everything was confirmed, So when the money cleared and then that's when things started being different, I started also, I started contributing, towards the expenses of the home and all of that. 4 of us in a 1 bedroom, and then I started working every day towards that, and I worked on my album, and then the money cleared, obviously. So at that point, it was just a matter of me now giving Oskido, what I've been working on, because Oskido said to me, I don't mind giving you the opportunity, but you just need to impress me, you just need to give me something that I can run with, whatever. And all I had, it was that album, a computer, so I think after 2 weeks, I've been in Joburg, I called Oskido, I was like, I think I'm ready. I think the project is ready, and then he said I must come drop it. I remember this other guy dropped me off. I gave Oskido the album, whatever. It took about a week, and then he gave me a call that he listened to the song. He listened to the album, and he loves it, and at that time, the song that I really believed in, it was the song called Wena. I'm sure you guys know that. I'm sure everyone knows Wena. Yeah, that was my first song that changed my life. So now, from that moment, when I dropped, I was still broke. The song started being popular, playing everywhere. But at the same time, nothing was happening with me and all of that. But what I made sure, it was the structure of my business. I structured my business very well, like on that level, because I knew that I had to have an accountant, a booking agent, a PR team, you understand? So I kind of structured my company because I've been collecting all this information from all these guys, you understand? So about a month after the song was released, nothing is happening, second month again, nothing is happening, but the song is popular, but there's nothing happening. I'm not gigging, I'm not making any money, you understand? And then the guy I was living with, he told me that his girlfriend was coming back, and I knew what that meant, when the I was like, okay, I think I overstayed my welcome, you understand? It's time for me to bounce, but obviously, I understand him, man. It wasn't coming from a bad place, but, when the guy tells you that, it's okay, now it's time for me to exit. My journey here is over, you understand, with immediate effect, you understand? So I had to hustle, man. Now I'm thinking to myself, damn, I have about 5,000 in my account. I'm like, yo, ngizokwenza njani? Because I don't want this guy to get to a point whereby now he tells me with his mouth and be like, hey, dude, I'll tell him. And I know that I can't go back to PE, Because, guys, I've learned one thing, If you want to make it in life, you must never be comfortable or be in a space where you are comfortable. You understand me? I'm not saying this to diss anyone or to make anyone feel some type of way, but I feel like as long as you're still home, as long as the roof that you live under is not yours, the expenses are not yours, you won't get it. You can get it, but I feel like that the risk of you leaving home or getting it doesn't have to be a flat for 5,000. For the fact that you get a flat for $500 or 800, just for you to be uncomfortable, to know that if I don't make 1,000 rand this month, I'm not gonna have money for rent. I'm not gonna have money for food, because like that, there's something called adrenaline inside you. We don't know that. Sometimes you don't know that you have that power until you become. When we are uncomfortable, like we become the best versions of ourselves, So me, I don't believe in comfort. Even now, I'm uncomfortable, because I kind of put myself under debts that I know that these debts, I don't sleep at night. I don't want to sleep at night. Sleep for what? I know that, hey, damn, every month, now for me to survive, I need to have 200,000 every month. You understand? So how do you sleep at night when you know that you need to have 200,000 to survive every month? You understand? I love that kind of pressure because it pushes me, to want to do more. You understand? So from that point, I called Oskido. I was like, okay, I need a place to stay. Can you just help me with 1 month? Hey, Oskido, Oskido guys doesn't like spoon feeding people, because then he was like, okay, I'll see what I can do. So I'm thinking to myself, damn, what am I gonna do at this point? Because I'm gonna be stranded, And then he called me, I think after 3 days. He said there is a place he can pay only for 1 month for me. And then after that, I will see myself out. Bear in mind, I'm not making any money. My song is popular and all of that. And then, okay, during that whole thing, I met a woman called Vivian, So I know how it feels to have a woman that you like and you feel like this woman is not on your level. And you don't have money, So, I had that kind of girl, I feel like she was above my level. Like, I felt like, and on the other side, I can't give her money for her. I can't do anything, So those are the uncomfortable situations that I'm talking about. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I got my moms and my dads, I know that as soon as I make it here, in Chove, I knew I was going to make it, by the way, guys. I knew it. That's why you must always know it. It's not always about the money, always making money. After I'm done, other promoters will give me maybe 2K or 1,000 just to say thank you to me, those kind of things. And then I started seeing a change. So when I got to the new place, this is what, guys, I'm going to tell you that I don't know if you guys believe in God. I believe in God a lot. Yeah, I believe in God a lot. So when I got to the new place, that Oskido got me. He told me that he paid for 1 month, that he's not paying again. So I was there. I had to think, what can I do, when you reach a point whereby you're like, okay, now this is like the breaking point, because I ran out of, ideas of how I'm going to do this whole thing, because I did everything right. I did everything right in terms of releasing. I have a music video playing, but my business is not booming. Nothing is happening. You understand? So it's not always the case that when your business is not picking up that you're doing anything wrong. Sometimes it's just the moment. I feel like all of us have our moments. When it's not your time, it's not your time. That's why you must not give up, because you can do everything right, but still things don't work out, or still people don't pay attention to you or anything like that, because I did everything right. So I was like, at this point, let me just pray hard, man. Let me just pray. Let me try to speak to God on so many levels so that maybe a miracle can happen. And indeed, a miracle happened. Yeah. Siyavuma. So, I think it was around March, my album dropped. I literally had about 12,000, if I remember properly, in my account. In 3 months' time, trust me, guys, in 3 months' time, after that moment, from March, after 2 weeks, my album dropped, I had 12,000 rands. In 3 months' time, when we checked, we never checked the account, we never did anything. I started being busy. I started getting booked, man. I started earning some crazy money, but I was not counting. I just kept on going. After 3 months, I had 990,000 in my account. Trust me. So now, when I looked at my bank account at that time, guys, that I ain't jivugile. I ain't yo, like, even the walks, I'm like, I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, okay, how do I walk now? How do I walk? Yeah. So, at that time, I knew there's something called like a perfume, but when time the X, I want X. That's why X in the zone and the X and the funny. X was a karma, but I didn't have a choice. But after I saw that bank balance, I was like, okay, let me go to what's this shop? Yes, Edgar's Canen. But to go later some perfume. Red Square. I was like, I'm going to Red Square. I'm gonna paint there. I went there. I got maybe about 5 perfumes. I called my mom. I was like, Mamzo, please check your account. And then call me back. Oh, my mom was phone, and I think I sent her 30K or something just to surprise her. Or phone make highlight. Yo, mtanam zana iboni 20 bomin bom. Yo. Mtanam yo. Get here bona the same thing go till all people with nerves. They always say, "Unganzeli nerves. That yabona my nerves manje mamzo." Yabona they finally paid off, So guys, to be honest, even now I'm telling this story, I'm very emotional, because it was not an easy journey, when that moment came, I knew that, okay, God has given me a chance, because sometimes I feel like we make a mistake when we start seeing a lot of money in our accounts, and then we feel like it's enough, or we feel like we've made it, So for me, at some point, I felt like that is the beginning, for me. Ever since then, I never looked back. I kept on going, as the brother was saying, I've been in the game for 15 years. And then what was driving me now, was the fact that I started this whole thing in a shack, I started this whole thing in a shack. And in I think it was 2016, whatever, I bought my parents a house, an 8-bedroom house. And then my dad used to ride a bicycle to work for like 18 years. And then I said to him, I'm upgrading you. I gave him a Mac, C200 Mac, with bar, So for me, those are like the breaking point for me, So ever since then, I've been treating my business like my own child, because that's what you need to do, So in terms of e-business, I feel like there shouldn't be feelings, there's nothing personal and all of that. But I want to say to you guys, my feelings are attached to my business because that's my baby, you understand? I took that thing from nothing, so you can't say the feelings are not attached. My business is very personal to me, Ever since then, I've been doing research. Even today, I'm still doing research, you understand me? Now I've merged the company with guys from Europe, to be able to sign artists from South Africa. We release them in between Africa, across Africa and the globe, So this guy, he was #1 DJ in the world for 4 years in a row, one day he DM'd me. He was like, "Heavy K, I need to meet up with you." You know, so tell me if you met me at that time as a kid. You understand? But I also believe that a guy who started from nothing, you understand, will reach that level. You understand? So I'm on that. I'm there. And another thing about me, guys, I don't think I'm a good businessman. I don't think I'm good with money. You know, those who know me, my weakness is cars. That's my weakness. You understand? I don't think I'm good with money. I don't think I'm a good businessman, but I'm smart enough to know that I need to hire someone, you understand me, who's good when it comes to that. So my point is, sometimes some of us are good naturally to run their own business and take it to the next level, but you need to kind of find that in you, that you have that in you. Because if you don't have it, it means you need help. You need to kind of get someone, when you focus on what you do, you know that you do it best, and find someone who's good, a trustworthy person. You don't want to be putting people in the boot now and doing all these things because of you stole your money and all of those kind of things, you understand? But at the end of the day, you need to find someone that you trust. Then you can run your business on your behalf, you understand me? So me, I haven't been good. I am in other businesses, but I'm an investor. If they say, Heavy K, buy a truck, you understand me? I don't want to be confused. What I know is music, you understand? Because now, if I'm going to be in logistics, you know that thing of calculating logistics, you know those things, you calculate the truck, what's this thing, what, times this, or what, the route, I can't, you know, because at the end of the day, that is not my field, but at the same time, one thing that you must multiply, you understand, is your incomes. You cannot rely on one income. You know, you need to kind of multiply, you understand me? And at the same time, you must always check and talk to other people and make good investments, you know, and kind of check the nature of the business, but understand the basics, you know, but don't lose touch with what you love, which is your main business, you understand me? Yeah. That's all, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, let's show some love. Let's show some love for Heavy K. Yeah. I loved what he said. You know, one thing that I took away was I always knew I was going to make it. I always knew I was going to make it. And we want to say, Heavy K from T, thank you so much for sharing your story. To 10 more years. So maybe next time, you know, in the next 10 years, you'll come here when you celebrate 20 years in the business.
Definitely.
We wish you all the best. To more money, more gigs, more influence, more impact. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, Heavy K.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can we please just take a picture? Yeah. That's the pose he made after the 990,000. That's the one. All right. So next up, let's bring up our next speaker. People have said questions, and we're running a bit behind in terms of time. So please write down your questions. We're going to push the program. Heavy K is still here, and hopefully we'll have some time for questions, right? Thank you so much. Right, so our next speaker, we cannot talk about real estate in Mzansi and not talk about this gentleman. His name is Mbha. He's amongst the top real estate agents in South Africa. He's the founder of Black Real Estate, Mzansi Cribs, and Square Meter Holdings. He's also an author of a book titled Tough Talk with TT. Ladies and gentlemen, he's in the building. He's here with us. Let's show some love. Let's show some love for Mbha. Ladies and gentlemen, Mbha. Come on, a bit more love, a bit more love, a bit more love.
Sanibonani? Hayi. Sanibonani? Sharp kanjani ni grand? Itsala mina ngeke ngikhona ukuhlala phansi bafethu ne ngumuntu omuvayo. Can I have 2 mics that can roam around, because this is supposed to be a conversation. I'm not here to talk about myself. I'm here to have a conversation nani ne. igama lami uTiti Mbha ne. Ngiphuma ePinville eKasi eSoweto. This is probably my 10th time ngiza la eMambisa, nginama diploma this side. I run 3 companies. Black Real Estate, Mzansi Cribs, and Square Meter Holdings. Uyayizwa lento? 3 companies. My first job when I was 13, bengithengisa amabhodo. Uyayizwa lento? From uyayizwa lento? Bengibhayisa amabhodo door to door ngijimiswa izinja. Sijampa ama fences. I'm here now. I've got an office in New York. I've got an office in Texas. I've got an office in Atlanta. From selling pots. Uyayizwa lento? So akekho umuntu ozongitshela mina ukuthi just because ngiphume eKasi uzongiminimize. Ukukhulela eKasi is the best training ground in life. Because iKasi likufundisa ukuphila nabantu. Ama suburbs akufundisa ukwakha amabonda. Mara eKasi cekeza ubone ukuthi kuzenzakalani. So kufaka esihlahleni sikutrape noma uphuma etaxini uphuma nje wenzeni angazi hla. Bambe ngesicima. Mina, I always tell people, I'm from Kasi, and I'm taking Kasi to the world. From Kasi to the world. Akekho umuntu ozositshela ukuthi just because siphuma eKasi, we are not worthy. How many people are entrepreneurs here? Hands up. Okay. How many people are in corporate? Hands up. Abaspanila, somebody or a company. Okay, I worked in corporate for 10 years. And then after that, I started my companies. And in those 10 years, I started to learn a lot about running a business whilst I was still in corporate. So there's one thing you must understand about life and about yourself. We can't all be entrepreneurs. Once you can understand that, you'll go far in life. We need people in corporate. We need people to be entrepreneurs. We need people to be in both. Once you can find your why, what's your why? Why are you living? We are here, we are Susa, we are waste to more emhlabeni. What is your why? If you can sit and spend 10 minutes every morning. Mina ngizokutshela ukuthi kwenzakalani ngelife yami. I wake up at 4:45 every day, Monday to Monday. 4:45. From 4:45 till 5 o'clock, ngiyahlala nje. Still 15 minutes. Ngiyazicabanga. Because everyone else is sleeping. It's my moment to be with myself. From 5 to 6, ngiyajima, ngiyawoka, ngiyagijima, ngiyenza whatever. From 6 o'clock, ingosi ziyavuka, ziyagezwa, ngibloma nazo. 7 o'clock, ngibayisa esigele. 8 o'clock, ngisplash itrans. Ngisplash itrans yami 8 o'clock every day. Alikela mahala. Habit. You build habit. The same thing in business. You build habit. Laba bama entrepreneurs apha mama ngicela mama mic kanti nika abantu ama mic ngisimele siringe. Ubani orana ibusiness e real estate la? Who is in real estate? Ngicela ukayila uthi mic. Shabu kunjani notham? Ubani kama keep mask man ngeke uthole corona ngemask. Ubani kama la? Mthusi, wenzani ku real estate?
I've got my own company here. It's SM Real Estate. It's what
Hey,
you are
nathanda
doing.
isilungu asiringe uthami, asiringe. Nathanda lesilungu.
Okay. What we do is we are selling properties,
Okay.
buying properties,
Okay.
also managing properties for clients, and we also do property development.
Okay. How much do you earn? What's your salary? That's how we tell. Okay, I'll tell you. I earn 30,000 a month. I pay myself 30,000. I'm not scared to tell you how much I earn. It's my money.
Okay.
Ask yourself why is half 30,000 and not 100,000 and not 200,000? Ukhola malini wena?
Currently SM. I don't pay myself from SM. I'm from corporate because I'm doing corporate.
Bo ukhola malini ku corporate?
Corporate is around 25.
How much?
25,000.
25K.
Yes.
So when I left corporate in 2010, I was a GM marketing in Sasol Group. I used to earn 180,000 a month. 180. I was an executive, guys. Beshola. I moved from earning 180,000 to 30,000 a month. Ask yourself why. I'm a business man. Why must I earn 180,000 when I can use a company for all my expenses? All my expenses are covered by my company and I earn less. You know why? So that I'm on a lower income tax bracket. SARS has audited me 3 times. Basha lifestyle audit on me. Bafuna ukwazi ukuthi le mali lena ngiyenza kanjani? How do I afford all these properties I own? I keep property in every province. I own apartments. I own penthouses. They wanted to know, SARS. They did an inquiry on me for 3 years. Back to back. Have you ever heard of a lifestyle audit for 3 years? It was personal. The minute you become a public figure, they come after you. You must be prepared for such. A lot of celebrities, a lot of musicians, a lot of artists don't manage their finances, unfortunately, because there's no one that gives them that financial education. When you run a business, the first lesson of running a business is to manage yourself. The first lesson is to manage yourself. And that's why I earn 30,000 a month because I'm managing my expenses. I run everything through the company. No mung monang mela nglethe company yami ngibhadalele petrol ngibhadalela yonke into. So as an entrepreneur, you learn ukuthi you must balance the sheet. Baby is a balance sheet. How many of you are cognizant of their balance sheet? How many of you are cognizant? We ask, if ungaluza 10 rand, you will know. No hands. You're not managing your businesses, guys. You're not managing your businesses. Mina ngeke lose 10 rand in my business. Never. Never. Nalama debit order la nokuphuma 20 rand ngiyafona. Hey, who took that money? Put it back. If you can't manage your finances, how are you going to run a successful business as an entrepreneur, Bafethu? Bring that mic, man. I want to have a chat, man. Ngathi manje need to let the mic out. Awukamthi uthi khola malini? Khola malini? Khola malini? What's up? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Guys, do not ever judge umuntu by how much they earn, because you don't know their expenses. There are people who earn 300,000, but they've got expenses at 250. There are people who earn 10,000, but they manage their lives so well. I want to talk to someone in corporate. Who's in corporate here? Mzansi. Ubani kama lako?
Meiki.
Bani?
Meiki.
Usebenza kuphi?
Agility.
Agility. How long have you been working there?
5 years.
5 years. Are you planning to run your business one day?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I'm one of those people. These are my friends. They're entrepreneurs. They great with ideas. I manage people's businesses and projects. I'm good at that.
Love that. You know your why.
Yes.
And once you know your why, you don't have to compare yourself to the next person.
No.
I'll repeat this. Once you know your why, you don't have to compare yourself to the next person. You see this man? This man. He's a legend. He doesn't even know it. This man is a legend because he found his why at a very early stage in his life, and he stuck to his why, and he's prospering in his why, and he's employing others through his why. Find your why. This man, I can't afford to have him azodlala kwami, but maybe one day I will, because I know I'll charge, and so he should. Upiansa megazalana nyamgijimela nobhatala amatikiti 1,000, 1,500. But when heavy K comes, ekasi afuna ukuthi wenze igigi niyabaleka nifuna ukujumpa ama fence nifuna ukungena ngembobo. Why? Utaki mele a change mentality yakhe for utaki. Ikasi mele li prosper through ikasi. Lento leyo ukuthi ogijimela bongamla supporta bongamla. Do you know how big the township economy is? Do you know the value or the worth of township economy? Can you imagine if every outlet like this booked this man, how many gigs he would have? And bangacela ama discount. Let him offer you the discount. Lento le ukuthi masiloku sibuy izinto sifuthi ngiyancenga ngicela In my business in real estate, I charge 7.5% excluding VAT. Anginike calculator lapho. Ngicela calculator lapho. Ithi 1 million times 7.5% is how much? Come on guys, you are running businesses. You don't even need a calculator for that. What's 7.5 of 1 million? Yeah? Sorry? 75,000. So I make 75,000 for every million. The most expensive house I've sold was 98 million. Do the maths. Fast food. And that's just one house. It's about time black people stopped being ashamed of talking about making money. If I make money, we must celebrate it. This mentality, we are prospering. We are destined to be great. The minute I investigate. Investigate take some drugs. Some drugs. Behind the scenes. Let's stop that. For us to build our own economy, we must support each other. Without fear, without favor. How many entrepreneurs here make in their business 100,000 a month? 200,000? 300,000? 400,000? 500,000? So besides UVK Nami, no one here makes 500,000 a month in their business. Okay, 600,000, 7, 8, 9, meter. No one here makes a meter a month from their business. Don't you think there's a problem there? Don't you think there's a problem there? What is the problem? Mic.
Where the hands?
Guys, are we having a conversation here or nizomamela mina ngikhuluma ngi-1 because mina ngizokhuluma ngene emotweni ngishaye imoto ngivaya ngibuyele ekhaya and there will be nothing left for you. The whole point of this exercise is for us to push each other. I want you to feel uncomfortable. Mangamba la usho ukuthi eish mara leya iringile leya othi yo. The fact that there's about 50 people here, I'm assuming, maybe more, and there's not enough hands that are making R1 million a month in their businesses. Something is flawed. We need to change how we do business. Do you agree? Yes. We need to change how we do business. And for us to change how we do business, we need to start supporting each other. To make R1 million a month, it's not rocket science. It's not impossible. At one stage, they used to tell me that I wouldn't do it. After selling pots, I worked for a Chinese company. Bengteng sama 2-minute noodles. Ren show. Neazi renista show. Beng spanara in Teng sama 2-minute noodles. I used to earn 8 rands an hour. 8 rands an hour. I went on to Sbu show and I said to him, I'll tell me, I've been 8 rand an hour to sell noodles. Now if I can tell you my rate card, first of all, look post on Instagram, I charge 28,000. One post, 28. And I'm long patala before post. I mean, 28,000. If you want me to post an IG story, 50,000. And it won't be longer than 3 minutes. I can give you my rate cards. I share. Everything of mine is public. Because I want to show you it's possible. I want to show you what the brands come to me. There are brands that I approach me and I say no. Because their value system doesn't talk to mine. Abanye bazothi, you need to tone down on being kasi. You need to tone down. Tone down for who? This is who I am. Ninja has a gas. Ngene ma boardroom. Ngamba so. Mara, it's in ring. Put me on the spot. No, I can speak, bro. Like, I really can speak. Like, I can speak. Like, bro, I can show in those numbers, bro. Like, we can tell you about balance sheets and income statements and profit returns and all of those things. But at the end of the day, ninja has a gas. I never change who I am. Don't conform. Don't conform. Never ever conform. Hlala unje. Bazothi mele change accent, mele for who? For what? But it's Tato. Get it right. My name is Tato. We've lived far too long to allow white people to mispronounce our names. Mbha. It's our fault. Because we don't correct them. We don't say to them, Mamela, Ikamanam. The same thing in business. We are desperate for business. We take no main.
Apologies to disturb the flow and the presentation. Very quickly, Jeep, Campus Silver, you've parked in front of the bottle store and they need to open. Please remove the car. And EGTI, BK30, LR, GP, please remove your car. They need to open the bottle store. Thank you. Sorry, brother.
Bam Mina bam disturb because I'm not more bodyguard. No, it's all good. Why did you guys come here? Nizelenla. Uzohlala nje na kube mnandi, gqoke nice and faka ama mask. Nizelenla. Yeah? Nizelenla. I mean, I didn't come here to inspire you. It's not my job to inspire. You must inspire yourself. I came here to give you a reality check. I'm in real estate. I keep it real. Yeah, Izolento. And I'm here to Mina, all I'm here to do is share my story. They see the glory, but they don't know my story. Yeah? Nibonu chiti kuma Instagram, ma TV, hamba na ma celebrity. Anazi ukuthi ngiphuma kuphi. Anazi ukuthi labantu ngibazela kuphi, nini kanjani. Abanye bathi mina ngiforced ukuba a celebrity. I'm not a celebrity mina. There's no money there. I'm a business man. Ayikho celebrity South African engayazi mina, engangazi. There's no celebrity that I don't have contact with. You know why? Ngumuntu ophila nabantu. Umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu. No man is an island. Mzansi Cribs Makeover is one of the most personal projects I've worked on. It took me 5 years to get sponsors. I remember knocking on so many doors. First of all the banks rejected my proposal. They loved it when I present, but when it was time for them to commit, they shut the door. How many doors have been shut in your entrepreneurial journey? When you look back and you're like, you know what? I'm glad they actually shut that door. You are going to be rejected your entire life if you are a business person. Your entire life. But that doesn't define who you are. I wish that we can have another session a year from now. Yingaki today? 22 May 2022, I'd love for us to gather again. And when I ask how many people are making $1 million a month, I'd like to see all of you guys do that. Can we raise our hands and commit to each other? And then because as Paramisani is under because we mean it. Can we make a pledge? Upubulelani. Mina, I run a business that is accountable. I want us all to be accountable. Mfuna bulelani. Before everyone leaves there, aba Miss Izandla. Balama kama wabo. So that next year, how are we going to be accountable to each other if we don't push each other to the next level? We all deserve to earn $1 million a month in our businesses. So those that are committing to this pledge, so guys, I'm going to leave you with something to write. I'm telling this. Write A, and then next to it, T, another T, I, T, U, D, E. Attitude. Did you write it down? Okay. Now, I want us to convert that word into numbers. Okay? A, what's that? If it were a number, put 1. T, if it were a number, count down, guys, count down. If T was a number, Balani first. You run businesses, guys. What is that? 20. Put 20. Another T, 20. I, 9. Put 9. The other T, 20. Put 20. Pala. And then the U, pala. And then the D, pala. And then the E, add those numbers. What do you get? Add those numbers. What do you get? Add those numbers. What do you get? Hlanganisa, use your fingers, use everything. Hlanganisa those numbers. What do you get? Hlanganisa those numbers. What do you get? What? Anganisa. Yeah? Attitude is the only way that will give you 100% in life. So change your attitude about everything in your life. Personal, business, relationships. Your attitude is your ultimate altitude. And that's why it's the only word that if you turn into a number and you combine, equals to 100. I hope Uguti, when you guys go home today and you reflect on your life and you reflect on your business and you reflect on your journey, you take stock and you do it with a positive attitude. How you perceive things, how you look at life. If you look at it with a positive attitude, the results are always 100%. Before Nhambala, I want to say this to you guys. Entrepreneurship is a journey. It's not a destination. And like I said earlier on, it's not for everyone. We can't all be entrepreneurs, guys. We can't all run businesses. Let those that are good at it be good at it. But the best entrepreneurs are those that never run out of ideas. You pitch an idea now, you work on another one. Whilst that one is still pending, you work on another one. Whilst that one, maybe it's a paper, maybe it's a paper, you focus on another one. Another one. It's about idea number 7. Number 2, your paper. Mzansi Chris makeover. Your paper, TV, chop of it, isn't lose about to send. It's season 2, yabuya. Nyenzani, bapis ngama contract manje. Ngiphizi when you show me. Khona you show ngishaya yona nizoyincane. It's called From Kasi to the World. Ha, lapho ngiyanipensela ngenza so. Ngithila ngani. That time kwenzakalani? Mzansi Chris makeover, bapis ngama contract. Ithi mangishuta lena sengiphethe nye idea S3. Le S3 marsethe ngisabase bang reject abanye. Yes, nama budget ngithi sharp ngiyenza nges4. But yeah, you love it. Ngenza Soweto Youth Golf Day in 16 commemorating. No one thought of it. 45 years ago, 1976, up to this day, no one thought of doing something around golf. Nyenzani mina kichima ngayo ngithola ama sponsors izolo bengu ENCA ngikhuluma no Dan Muyane ngikhuluma ngebrand South Africa benzani bangifone after that wanna sponsor the entire event. One ngashaya izandla no more nazi. Ningabi no more na man why so. Utitwa yini mangithi idea number 5 idea 2 yapopa ngithi i1 isamile bakushasha bakhuluma manga abantu base corporate bagcela amanga buza utham sure there's no right or wrong in business. There are certain people who are destined to be in one industry and they will thrive in that industry. There are certain people that will thrive in 2 industries. Like Mina Batingu Entertainment. I'm not in entertainment, Mina. I'm in real estate. Yeah. I'm in real estate. Mzansi Crips Makeover is about real estate. Golf, I play golf. Golf is about real estate, ibongas. Real estate is everywhere. Lo mhlaba lo sihamba nawo, the sea, even the air. Do you know that the air is real estate? That's why it's called airtime. That's why it's called airtime. That's why you pay to be on a plane in the air. It's real estate. There's a difference between real estate and property. People don't understand that. It's a big difference. I'm not in property. I'm in real estate. There's a big difference. So next time I'm going to introduce our time, I'm the top real estate agent. I'm a master practitioner in real estate. Is it? Master practitioner. There's only about 20 black people that are master practitioners in South Africa. And I'm in the top 3. And I mean, I'm going to be in the top 5 best realtors in the world. I'm going to be. You're going to read about it. Abanye bazohleka hey mara okusalayo you are going to read about it. Ukuthi ngayisho la hang ibiza nendawo hang out. Indawo kaShimza lene. Inja yami uShimza. Ushimza uyasupport business yami. He buys his properties from me. That's why I was happy to come here. Ukuthi so support omunye udaki. I was ordering a Red Bull up here. I was prepared to pay. But he gave me no, it's on us. But I was prepared to pay. My attitude was in the right place. I was prepared to pay for a service. It's another black business. Thina sibulela ama business obotaki by not supporting each other. Sifuna ama discount, sifuna ukungena ngomgunyathi, bagayi VIP area bathi thenga amabhodlela, uthenga ibhodlela one. Then ungazihlala ekhaya. Stay at home. Why was fakile pressure? Why do black people feel the need to feel ukuthi we've arrived? Mele kugcwala amabhodlela etafuleni. Sipopha ama champagne. Thina sipopha ama penthouse thina. Ngicela unikele sisi Mike. Ngicela unikele sisi Mike. Ngathi uyashisela. Ngathi une calling. Lo sisi lo. Guys, ngicela ngibuze whatever before ngihamba because after this ngeke ngithathe chance yokungibona. Nizongibona ku TV. Niyahleka nizongibona ku TV. Let's do the questions now. I mean, I don't like Q&A. Let's do it now. It's part of my presentation. I mean, I don't conform.
Yeah. See, now we doing furniture. So since ugu real estate, minang is business guwe. Uguti, can you give us your email? We'll send you our business profile, and then if you can.
What business do you want from me?
Sorry.
What business do you want from me?
Renovator, ama kitchen units, maybe if ama property in a renovator, and then if you wanna build in new cupboards, anything we can do for you. Ama TV stand, we do it from scratch and it's quality. So.
Okay, I'll link you up with something else bigger than that. Okay. And I'm not running a business law to Olana. Yes, my brother. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, when I saw you create yeah, I'm lying. I don't go next country all black yako.
Well, Titi.
Sure.
One thing that I'm learning from you, you are not a celebrity, but you have associated to yourself with a celebrity for your business to make it in business. So it's a strategy that you are using for yourself.
That's correct. 100%. So I work with a lot of celebrities, and I use their influence to propel my business to the next level. If you see Ukoni Ferguson Petty bought a black real estate in Mzansi Crips, you want to buy because Ukoni Petty bought. If you see UVK Apete, he bought Elite, I support Mzansi Crips, you want to buy because he's a brand. So brands build other brands. Association is everything. And that's why it's important for us to collaborate in any business. Collaboration is everything. If I'm going to produce a show and I need musical genius around my show, I'm gonna go to this man. Yes. Why am I singing Gungamla? Mpete inja game right here. You guys are very fortunate to have someone like Heavy K here because yes, sometimes, I mean, I always believe that you must give people their flowers whilst they can still smell them. Give them the flowers whilst they can still smell them. Tina, in South Africa, we don't celebrate our own talent. Wait, but I'm definitely far from where I used to be. Definitely far from where I used to be. People will ask me, did you think you'd be here? I'm like, definitely. Did you think you'd make so much money? Definitely. I don't make money by default. It's a mistake. I'm chasing money. And here's my tender, number one. I don't do tenders. Don't do tenders. I don't do tenders. Tenders are for tender people. I'm not a tender person. I'm in real estate. We are Shisel. We are Shisel. Was.
Hi, Titi.
How's it, my brother?
I'm all right. I love your Instagram show, account. My wife and I are actually building a B&B. I think it's going to be the best in Ekurhuleni. Definitely is going to be.
When are you opening?
We are just working on it now, raising the finances to finalize it.
Can you invite me to the opening?
Yeah,
I won't charge you.
We can do that.
I'll come to the opening.
Oh, okay, thank you. My question to you is, what I really want to find out is, what do you actually do when you wake up in the morning and when the last thing that you do when you go to bed at night? I'm really interested in that.
Okay. So I spoke earlier about habit. So I wake up at 4:45. Between 4:45 and 7 o'clock, I listed the activities that I participate in until 8 o'clock, where I get to wash my car. In the evening, depending what time I get home, it's always important to me to switch off from the world when I get home. So the minute I pack, my phone is on silent, I charge it, and then I spend time with my family. It's their time. Whether it's an hour or whatever, if only I is charging upstairs. You need to separate your different parts of your life. This thing of people, you watch them having lunch in my restaurant, but they are on their phones. I always ask myself, what is the point? So sometimes I'm a sleeping pattern get compromised because we have to adjust. We are living in a global economy, guys. If COVID didn't teach you that, nothing else will. If COVID didn't... Impincham Will Smith, by the way. Angin Komel. Impincham.
For 6 years now, since inception, with Bino T, the courage to speak about money the way he did, that was on some other level. But what I love is that it got many of us out of our comfort zone. We didn't like it, but we needed it. And we're able to grow. So thank you so much, my brother. We wish you all the best. Master practitioner. We really wish you all the best with your business, and we do hope that you'll come back again. Thank you for believing in tea in a year's time. So that's your promise. Thank you for believing in tea. Thank you for believing in the vision, and we genuinely wish you all the best. So this is your sanitizer, but before you go off, please can you take a picture? Just make... That's 100 million. Oh, Aingan. All right, one more time, ladies and gentlemen, Mbha. Thank you so much, brother. That's what it's about. That's why we come here, right? Yeah. Sure. TT. Yeah. TT. All right, so now we get to the networking part. We're going to be networking. We said one of the reasons why Sizala is so that we can connect with each other, because you don't know who you're sitting next to. That's one of the things we've learned at T in the last 6 years. I didn't know, man. I was sitting next to this guy. Now they're in business together. I need you to look at the person on your left, on your right, and ask them, do you know who you're sitting next to? Hey. Do you know who you're sitting next to? Do you know who you're sitting next to? So, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do for the next 15 minutes. This is what we're going to do for the next 15 minutes. Right? I'll time it for the next couple of minutes. I'll time it. What I need you to do on your tables that you're sitting on, and it's one thing we encourage at tea, ungahlali nomuntu ozenaye, so that you can meet other people. For the next couple of minutes, I need you to network. We call this the network pods. Network with the person next to you. Find out who they are. Find out what they're about. Find out what they do. Network and see if you can try and seal some kind of deal. Yeah? Next couple of minutes, you can start networking. If there's someone that you've seen and the heart says go to them, iyakubo, and find out what they do and what they're about. Let's network, let's grow, let's connect, let's develop. We still got about another speaker, a powerful speaker, who's coming up after the networking. So please do stay with us. Network, meet new people, connect, develop. Manama pamphlet, share your pamphlets. Business cards, share them. Once again, the hashtag is hashtag join us for tea. Get yourself something to eat. Get yourself a cappuccino. Uber right. Big thank you to the Hangout. You'd love to? All right, we're wrapping it up. We're wrapping it up. A couple of more minutes. Let's connect with each other. All right, 1 more minute. 1 more minute.
Yeah, you must take me like it.
All right, please could everyone take their seats? Please could everyone take a seat? We're about to wrap it up, our last. We're about to wrap up our session for today. Please could everyone take a seat? Please can I have your attention? Come through. Come through. Yeah, we're going on time. So all right, so can I have everyone's attention, please? Thank you so much. We've come to the last part of the program. Can I see by a show of hands? By a show of hands, how many of you use Mr. D? Does anybody? Manu Mr. D lo hamba ngekuta lo. Bathi akangena eTembisa. Akangena Mr. Dealer. All right. Shh. All right, thank you so much. Please can I have everyone's attention? Please could I have everyone's attention? Thank you so much. I understand we've just come from networking. Deals have been closed. We're heading to our last session of the day. How many of you have had a great time? How many of you have learned something? Yeah? Tea is the way to go, ne? All right, so we are about to have what we call a Mbaula chat. Mbaula chat. It's a T thing. It's our thing. The founder of this organization, Ubulelani, is going to have a conversation with another township entrepreneur. A township entrepreneur from Tembisa speaking to a township entrepreneur from Tembisa. How's that? The gentleman I'm going to introduce, Ikamalake, Libisolake, Boitumelo Monageng, he's the CEO of SWYPA. SWYPA. No, let me introduce you, my man. They must know. Yeah, let me, giving you, come on. So, for those of you who don't know what SWYPA is, SWYPA Delivery is a delivery service provider for township-based businesses, offering logistics solutions that assist with delivering food, liquor, uplomile endlini, ufuna ukushaya, but you're too lazy to go to the bottle store, iswipe ikhona. Uplomile endlini ukhathele, you want food, but you don't want to walk, iswipe ikhona. Groceries, parcels, medicine, and supply business support using motorbike scooters. The founder, or the CEO rather, of SWYPA is here, and he's going to have a chat with the CEO, or the founder of ET. So please can we show them some love? Firstly, I'll start with, I'm gonna start firstly with the visionary. I know he doesn't like attention, but people have been asking, Ula. He's the founder of this amazing organization called T. He's also an entrepreneur, been an entrepreneur now for, I think, 15 years this year. His name is Bulelani Balabala. They know him as Mr. Get Things Done. So please can we show him some love as he comes to the front. All right, have a seat. And then on his right-hand side, the CEO of SWYPA, Boitumelo. Please can we show him some love. All right, so please write down your questions. We're going to have a conversation about entrepreneurship, why, how. Please listen up. I know many of you will be inspired and be empowered. Over to you, gentlemen.
So, good morning, everyone. Can I get some volume? Am I good? Thank you so much to everyone, every entrepreneur who decided to come out this morning. Sometimes I just get shy, but I think I'm also made twice timid because of this gentleman sitting on my right. I've known him for quite a number of years, and I think to have watched the progression over the past couple of years from a distance has been a beautiful thing, number one. It's also been super inspirational because I think one of the key things that we always want, like us, is to see our fellow brothers and sisters, I think, prospering. Because I think when one kind of sits there and we are happy enough to wear Nikes, we're happy enough to wear X, Y, and Z, to drive German cars and all that stuff, and we find virtue in all these things. But whenever the conversation is shifted in terms of us creating our own billionaires, the conversation sort of changes and it's like remienze. But the reality is how many billionaires and multi-billionaires we've created all over the globe. People who don't even know your name, people whose stories you can't relate to, people whose services you can't necessarily relate to, but I feel good when I whip out an iPhone and everyone applauds me. I feel good when I whip out a Huawei with 4 or 5 camera lenses and everyone applauds me. But I think for me, about 7 years ago or 8 years ago when I started my speaking journey and we used to travel around the country and talking about buying black, and buying black was mediocre and buying black was not a popular thing, and buying township was always seen as a shabby service, so I support banjani. And to sit today and to see this gentleman having created not just one brand, I think over the years, multiple brands disrupting the media space, and now particularly in this particular regard, the logistics space. As an opener, just tell us who you are, where you are from. Can we get some volume on his mic?
Okay.
Okay. Dumelang. Hello, everyone. Yeah. Naki Boitumelo Monageng. I'm from Tembisa. Okay. Boitumelo Monageng from Tembisa High. Yeah. So I'm Gauteng Mokasi, born, bred Mokasi. The old Kempton Park Hospital. Maybe I'm one of the ghosts. Go Kempton Park. Yeah. So I've been doing this business thing Mokasi for quite some time now. I remember the start. Yeah. To me and business Mokasi, we did Tembisa News. Funny enough, the first issue Tembisa News, the front cover, Nenali Bulelani, when he was also starting. So yeah, that first issue, we still have that copy, the first issue. If we can go to Tembisa News Facebook page and check the first issue, Tembisa News, you're on the cover.
Yeah, and this is the first newspaper or media thing I ever did, so thanks for that.
Yeah, so we did that, and then that grew to Clayville Express, and then later to Davidton Express. So we ran the three concurrently. Yeah, and then from there, we started SWYPA. So SWYPA now is a different story altogether. But how it started based on our brush from
No. I want to cut in. Yeah. Before you go into SWYPA, because that's the juicy part of our conversation, right? Now, you're a kid, Okhulele Kasi. Where did you see this entrepreneurship thing in your life cycle, right? Is it Ubab Gumete, down the roads, pass a shop? What triggered that thing you're good to know? You know what? I'm not going to go get a job at place X, Y, and Z. Or if I've got a job there, I could actually do this thing myself.
We did one interview where or growing up, what did you want to do? Yeah, what did you aspire to be? And for me, I always said, I always said I've always wanted to be a rich man. Yeah, how? I'll see as I go. So I've always wanted to be a rich man. The journey to being a rich man, as you go about it, you see how it's possible and easy to do by the mere fact of starting. If you say you want to be a rich man, start your journey of being a rich man. If I start Tembisa News, for instance, I'm starting that leading to me being a rich man. And yeah, to a point, the joke we're doing now, instead of focusing on the 900 and Bani and 100 million heavy K, we're doing our 30 rand. So, the rates are, so I think now I can openly say, I'm making 30 rand per delivery. So, that's my rate.
Yeah, that's humble. It's cumulative though, because 30 rand times a million deliveries, you could do the math, right?
Yeah.
But now, so here's the thing, right? So I sort of look at the sort of Tembisa News creation, the Clayville Express and so on and so forth, and I'm looking at the SWYPA. So for me, I think what I've seen as an entrepreneur from the township, it becomes easier to sort of have a reference. And the reference is Nyovula, Indawe Paisama Kota, even if I make them better quotas, but purely because it's something I'm exposed to. And on the other side, I'm going to open a salon. Yeah, it might be the best looking one, maybe focusing on men or a barber shop or whatsoever the case is, but there's a reference. So I kind of look at back then, all the years back then, and I think then I was still skinnier, maybe handsome, yeah. You sort of started out a newspaper. Where did you get that reference from, right? From a creativity perspective, and where do you also get the reference from in terms of SWYPA? Because, yeah, we see other delivery services, and we've always seen them over the past couple of years. But we've always seen it as far, and because we don't have the blueprint, it becomes a bit difficult for us to map out a journey. So take us to that process of how do you create, and how do you identify these opportunities to create, and how do you sort of unpack opportunities?
Yeah, more than anything, I think research before you start anything goes a long way. Because the journey at Tembisa News, how it started was we wanted to do a marketing company that's gonna talk to the township-based business. So how we wanted to start, Nervatla Kenya, the mobile LED screens, back at the time, about 2010, 2011. And then to raise capital for the screens, at the time I think Nesin Butler about 500K. And then so how we wanted to do it, we'll have a mobile screen, a trailer, the bylaws were allowing at the time. You have a mobile screen, Mokoning, and then you dish out pamphlets of the people who are advertising on the screen. So that's how the whole model started. Because now we couldn't afford to start the screen. I didn't have a cent at the time. Mkhululi FK talking at 12,000. That was a lot. And then so we then said, let's shift the model. Let's try this one. Yeah, advertising people on the pamphlets, raise money to buy the screen. That's where now that shopper's guide. Tembisa News was supposed to be a shopper's guide without content. But when we did our research to say, what's gonna force people to keep that shopper's guide in their home? So we needed to feed in content. That's when we started then going out, doing stories and seeing the response that we're getting from people. And then, it started off well, then Tembisa News started. That's how we retomileng the whole thing. I didn't have a background journalism, but the marketing, I had a bit, and I'm more driven by the marketing side of things. Yeah, I guess, Kiona, that's growing from Tembisa News up to SWYPA where it is now.
Now, it sounds, I think for me, every time I looked at an entrepreneur, successful or not, or an artist or a creator at a distance who was getting their accolades, I sort of looked at them and I thought to themselves, they make it look so easy. But I think an entrepreneur's life cycle is sometimes you deal with so many challenges. Sometimes you don't have money to even fund the next rollout of the next phase of growth. How did you deal with all the ups and downs from all these different changes as an entrepreneur? Because I think you as an individual also grow, and your demand for you also grow, and the demand also against you and the dreams that you have also grows. And how did you actually work around those challenges?
There's not really a formula in place to say, if this was to happen, I'll tackle this way. You'll have your budgets, your planning, to say I get 5 clients, they'll sustain me for 3 months, but then something you didn't plan for happens. More, I think, your thick skin, and the drive to push, that's where it's needed, because certain things are unplanned, like the closure is Tembisa News. It was something we didn't plan for. The company was coming right, but we didn't plan for. But now, SWYPA, remember we're still running in the same company. So SWYPA is a solution to what didn't work ka Tembisa News. So it's more of a continuation of where we started, and then where we're heading.
So I mean, let me throw a caveat, right? What sort of take me through? I don't know how to phrase this question, right? But have you ever thought? Okay, maybe I think this is the right question. Have you ever thought of giving up?
Every day. But the will to push is more than giving up every day. I mean, business is the toughest thing to do. It's easy to just wait for shelter how month end, but now it's a different story. Making sure there's shelter there to pay salaries for month end. You see, so to a point where you know what? Let me give up. Kinse stress. But the will to push is more than the will to give up. So, yeah.
And I mean, what then inspires you?
I think it's the dream. The dream. An entrepreneur's journey is living a dream. I mean, you build all these things hoping. It's fortunate. Sorry to always be referencing to my previous speakers. It's not every day you start a business, got 12K, 3 months from there, it's 100, it's a million. But now, the dream, you start a business hoping, or 5, 10 years from now, this is where I want to see it be. So even if you're facing challenges now, you know they shouldn't be derailing you from that 5, 10 years you're planning for the whole dream. So it's a dream that keeps us going.
Okay, cool. So then how then did you raise capital? Because, so there's a perception in certain instances of the value chain based on the industry that you want to go into, right? There's a perception you need funding, or you need funding to access certain levels of your business growth and your business journey. How did you raise the funding, or how did you work around? Was it bootstrapping? Was it from family? How'd you get around this? Because, I mean, I see scooters. All I see when I drive past the place, I see orange. And I think to myself, chassis, how much is all of this?
Yeah. The starting was something else. Remember we started, I mean, Nagungwe business, you hold on because of that dream again, watswarella to something for long, even if it's failing. So how we started SWYPA, I was on a downfall, Tembisa news. We had problems with SARS, I was owing people, and I even started a project to build the rooms. Yeah, so I took my parents' house, I demolished, and then built the room. I couldn't complete because now I can't afford slab. I had all the materials, but I can't afford slab. And it's funny because this whole story, it's touchy because to some degree it ends as family for that, but it had to be done. I had to sell that house to start SWYPA. So now remember, you're selling your parents' house to chase a dream. Again, it goes back to a dream. Then we bought four scooters to start with. And fortunate enough, having been around Mokasi and having dealt little businesses, some Mokasi, Prince, for instance, Kobukosi, offered to say to me, I can help the branding of the bikes. Because Lena, I didn't want to start kama keep. I told him to say, you know what, my budget is tight, and I want to start a brand. It will challenge international companies. From day one, SWYPA was fully branded. From day one, it was fully branded because we didn't take it as a small company. That's why the growth, it's shocking. The growth is shocking, but we've put ourselves in a favorable position. If corporate wants to come Mokasi and deal with SWYPA, they're not just going to come and say, it's just another small company. Will just, they'll come Libona with that fair. Things look to be in order here. So that's how we started. I sold my parents' house to buy the 4 bikes we started with. And then from there we grew day by day.
So tell us a bit about SWYPA. What is SWYPA? You kind of touch on it a couple of times, and I sort of stopped you in the beginning when you wanted to give out all the juice. King SWYPA, because I mean, SWYPA aina.
SWYPA, that's why I don't want you to talk about old stuff. I want you to talk about SWYPA. SWYPA, so I'll always reference SWYPA. Swipunganagi, SWYPA. So, SWYPA, from the name, we wanted to create a bank. From the name, we wanted to create a bank, Mokas. And then slowly we're winning in that instance. So it's the business behind the business that people are not seeing. People
So you want to start a bank? I think just pause there. No, let's give him no.
Yeah.
That needs a round of applause. I don't care what you think, but you know, if we start to not just make the money, but we control the sort of pocket financial systems by which we house and invest and grow our money, that's a critical win. So congrats on that. Continue.
Yes. So yeah, sorry to try to stop you. Hey, Ninkas told the applause. Okay. Yeah. So the bank part. That's why I say it's the business behind business that people don't realize. So what we do as SWYPA, we move money around. So that's what we literally do. I take your money. So you'd order from Hangout. I come take food from Hangout, deliver to a client. Who pays? The client. Where does the money go? It doesn't come immediately to Hangout. So it goes to SWYPA's account. SWYPA has to facilitate the movement of that money, pay Yoko for their percentage for using the card machines, pay you immediately. Same day, Hangout will get their money in their account. So it's a banking system that we're doing. So yeah, that's what SWYPA does. So to put it out there in a layman's term, our SWYPA, because we're getting a lot of this, yeah. We're seeing these scooters, it's orange everywhere. It's amazing. So what we're trying to do is to offer a marketing solution to township-based businesses. And when I say township-based, I'm not excluding your international companies, no. As long as they are based here, they are a township-based business. Chicken licking is a township-based business because it's in the township. Yeah, I guess sometimes we need to know how to differentiate business. Because it's township, you expect us to do quotas. This one is not township because but dealerly international brands. No, we deal with township-based business. Yeah.
You could give him a round of applause because some people were a bit reserved there.
Yeah. So the marketing side works this way. We're creating a pool, we're creating a platform. So SWYPA, what we're trying to do is an online mall where you can just go onto the system and then choose from the mall. So it's a virtual mall where you, on your phone, you can decide, today I want to see what Prince has. Tomorrow I want to see what Hangout has, but without having to go to Hangout. So we're creating that virtual mall where we have, so it's a system where everyone comes to our system to see what's on offer in the township. So the idea is to register everyone trading in the township and then giving access to clients. It's not easy. It's not easy because there's challenges to it. And then the biggest challenge is to explain what SWYPA does. Slowly we get in there. It's not easy. That's why I say there's that gap of people knowing what SWYPA does. And SWYPA is a brand. I think the brand part, we slowly getting that right because now people know SWYPA. So we're getting that part. I think if you can see the billboard that we did, there's a big billboard that side. So the idea behind it, so we've had a lot of people about why you just put a scooter and not sure what you do. No, it's steps. I think you're in marketing, you'll understand. So it's steps. We wanted to promote the brand first before the service offerings. So now the brand is out there. It's time to change, to say, from SWYPA you can get a quota. From SWYPA you can get your business cards delivered. From SWYPA you can get gas. It's winter, we deliver gas. So it's that, but it's step by step. We started with brand awareness. We're moving from brand awareness. We now moving to a stage of product and service offered.
Now, you know, you kind of touched on something, and I think it was the sort of collaborative relationship you had with Prince. I think Prince Wave, this is the gentleman who's talking about printing and branding in Tembisa.
Printing and
Ubukhosi printing.
Yeah.
So every time we talk about collaborative relationships, right, I think it's a two-pronged question that I want to ask you. And I think the first one would be, how important is it to collaborate, right? And then number two, how should we collaborate? Because there's always a perception, or rather a misperception or a misunderstanding, especially around collaborating, or even when I'm going out and I'm looking for someone to be my mentor, so on and so forth. It's almost one-sided. So I think on the first, how important is it? And if I should decide to go collaborate with someone, how do I balance it in a fair way so that it's mutually beneficial? In your view.
No, but I think in my view, it's identify or oko which market. The same thing Titi was telling that guy, or focus on what you're doing and then see how in this space. So yeah, but yeah, you rather in your space and be comfortable in that. So same as now, coming to your question, if let me see how me and my fellow Kota people can sit what Rishotagang as Kota people. Create that one, what Boomba of Kota people. Yeah, before we can move to one Boomba of Township people, create that Boomba of one Kota people, see what do we need out of Tembisa people? How do we make money out of Tembisa as Kota people? Where do I fit in? Where do you fit in? Blocker guy, understand? You rather know your, I'm not so gonna say competitor, but you rather know people in your space and see if it's doable for me to collaborate. Chances are it wouldn't be good for you to collaborate with Ubukhosi Print because IAF is doing printing. To someone, it will seem like, this one is in my space. To someone that want that collaboration to say, you know what, Prince, you master doing books, I master doing banners. If you're getting, we'll go out to sell printing, but on the printing, there's books and banners. So every time I get a banner client, you take it. You take banners. Yeah. If I get books, you do books, but you sort of selling two things whilst you have one. Yeah. So it's finding that space. So unfortunately, it's not easy, Mokasi.
Yeah.
Not Mokasi per se, but I'll say Mokasi because Kimokasi. Yeah, but in business, it's not easy to hook up answer your business with someone because we're struggling. I mean, we're starting. Remember, we're still in the trying to chase the dream. And then trying to chase the dream, innerly that element of, you don't want to allow people in your space. It goes to mentorship. Someone, Agabona, you doing good. You don't want to allow people in your space because you're still trying to figure this thing out. So it's sort of a bit tricky, but yeah, let's try to connect with our fellow Boomba people. Let's try to create that Boomba. Yeah.
And I think it's at this particular moment in the program where we're going to open up for for questions. But I think I'd like to throw in a comment there, I think in terms of something he mentioned. You know, a couple of years ago, so I've been doing this entrepreneurship thing now a couple of years. Actually, back then, inspired by my uncle and a good friend of mine. Actually, there's a friend of mine over there, Malebs. I know Malebs and such. It's off Hagadi, Golf 5. We were young, we didn't have cars. Ripus, where it's hang, Malebs. We grew up together that time, but intrinsically what was happening indirectly is that we were being forced and we're being inspired to say, sink or swim, sink or swim. Are you gonna sit behind and just lap around mediocrity, or are you gonna do something? Because if you ever wanted a reference, the reference is not a newspaper of a black guy in the township. It's not a magazine of a black guy in the township. It's actually a black friend who is your friend that you grew up with. But you kind of touch on something which I really think we need to dispel that, you know, as entrepreneurs. And I think done so beautifully between Dumi and Prince is the fact that even if someone was in the very same industry as you, it's a limited mindset to say that they're your competition, nor rather they'll limit your growth. They are your competition in the sense that you're rendering the same service for almost ideally the same clients. But if you could become Mbumba, as Dumi is talking about, and come together, you'd almost understand what are the variable opportunities that are available. I think number one, from a business perspective, but number two, from an individual who's running a business, because I've got strengths. Even though I run a car wash and you run a car wash, but I've got things that I'm very good at. And you've got stuff that are complementary that you are very good at. And he might be amazing in terms of managing the production cycle. So he could manage 200 cars but doesn't know what to do with the money. And I could manage getting the brand out there. And someone else who runs a car wash is bloody good at managing administration and the funding. And we're not necessarily saying outsource that to him or her, but being able to be in a space where you're able to open up. Because for me, you ask me, what is innovation? And I want to ask you this, right? You know, what is innovation? For me, innovation, because you're in an innovative space, you've been able to innovate within a pandemic and still have a brand growing in steps, in leaps and bounds, and impacting. And I think before we open for everybody else. But I think for me, in relation to collaboration, innovation for me is when two ideologies, two ways of thinking collide. They come together. And what you produce out of there is something innovative. But Dumi, before we open up to the crowd and the floor, what is innovation to you?
Innovation would be solution. Yeah, providing a solution would be, to me, innovation. Yeah, because I think we sort of try to, most people, the word innovation, we're thinking fourth industrial revolution, but innovation, it's unfortunate for now when we say innovation, we have to include the fourth industrial, but solution. Every industry has that gap. So provide a solution to that gap. That's being innovative. And then, other than that, let's try by all to, the right employee is important in business. The right employee is important because if you want to be innovative, you can come with this great idea, but if you don't have the right employee, you are doomed. So with SWYPA, what we did is, from day one, we sort of tried to make it a corporate affair. From day one. We didn't want to take it like a township business. From day one, the employee part was important. With SWYPA, when I say the employee is important, we started with my wife, Tabang. She came from a background of customer care, from the big banking. We needed that skill in our call center system as SWYPA. So instead of me just going to a friend to say, you know what, let's try, we'll see. No, we said, let's try to get someone who has the know-how of running a call center. That's employee number one. Our books, we we sort of struggle from the recruitment process, HR, get things. Bulelani always says, get things done. So it should be get things done right. Because you must get someone who's in HR who's going to help you HR. Because employing is not just getting someone and then done. There's labor things that go behind. So the right employer will help you. Now, Bulelani is talking about someone having access to funding. You might have the product but don't have funding. But if you don't have books that are in order, so you must employ someone who's going to be helping at the accounting side. So that when Bulelan said WIRRR has an opportunity for you, are you ready for that opportunity? Because one thing they're going to ask, you go to the bank, people are saying banks are closing them outside, but if you ask that person, do you have financials? Because that's the first thing a bank will ask. So you see, when I say the right employ people who know how to do things and professionally. Even with the paper, I don't know anything about journalism. So I had to get journalists who are qualified journalists to be doing the paper. My passion is on the marketing. That's what I pushed more. So yeah, to answer your question, innovation is solution, and then employ professionals.
Let's give him an amazing, sincere round of applause. I think you guys can do better than that. Thank you so much.
All right, let's rock. I'll go one, last one. All right, let's start, then we'll go. Reading Galili 4, or what, one by one. Go fail. What in your go fail.
At least heavy care udula fatsi ke moya titi ya yemela. So
all right, let's shoot.
Okay, Bra Tumelo, nice to meet you, brother.
To me or Boitumelo. If you were to define Boitumelo and Tumelo, you'd see the difference.
So, ko address ka to Boitumelo.
Yeah, Boitumelo is fine. So.
Okay, na quick ones ne ki di three questions ka pro ka o qadile neng and o based fele mo Tembisa. And like as the business leading, how do we get to rent more your digital mall that you sold to us? And again now from kaho ya di palette, I deal with pallets. So yeah, thank you.
Hi, Dumi. I wanted to ask the same question, but I'm currently running a company, Mnandi Pie, so I have a bit of challenge when it comes to delivering pies for people. So I wanted to ask, how do I register my company? Yes.
Okay, hi to me and everyone. My question is, okay, since you say we should employ people with skills, everyone can bring skills inside. So for example, okay, this is Tandwe from Zozo the Chill Joint in Ivory Park. We still new, we're about 2 to 3 months now. So we now don't have those funds to, let's say, pay. Like these days, people don't want to do things free because of COVID-19 and all that. So I don't know how, like, can you work around it? And also in terms of accessing your services and all that, as I've said, we're still new and everyone is demanding us to sign up with SWYPA. But the thing is the fees, like, you understand, because we started at a small capital and all that, so I don't know if you could maybe, like, let's say, because somebody approached us and said, no, the first 6 months, you'll do it for free and all that, but we prefer SWYPA because everyone knows SWYPA other than the new brand and all that.
Dumela, Ebrati. My question is more or less on your service.
I've been ekegale ke ja dijo tsa SWYPA ke sa tsebe re ko wena. Thank you very much. Your way of rendering your service, we use WhatsApp to order food, ne? So I am saying, do you have maybe an alternative apart from WhatsApp? Let's say I don't use WhatsApp. This means that I won't get access to SWYPA. Do you have maybe a plan in terms of creating an app of your own, or maybe a website of some sort, a secured website? Because you find now I don't understand WhatsApp.
Dumelang. I have a question for Ubaba. I wanted to know, do you mentor young people in Tembisa who are either struggling to find a job or they don't know exactly which direction they should go? I'm asking in regards to my baby cousin. Yo, that nigga don't know where he wants to go in life. So I want to know if you do mentor people, especially in the food industry, because it's a huge industry that a lot of people don't take seriously, especially in the city. But at Kasi, we've got a lot of people who have ideas like but then white people take the ideas and they make a franchise with it, of which we as black people are sleeping in our own dreams. So I want to know if you do mentor young people to actually venture in the food industry. Thank you.
Okay, I'll try to, as I go. With SWYPA, it's unfortunate. The fees being expensive, and you'll see it's a free to use actually SWYPA. It's a free to use to businesses, but now the challenge with SWYPA. I don't like to speak Kari business setting or give away hampe, but the way we did it, we made it look easy to a point where there's been a lot of pop-ups. And then with being a lot of pop-ups, some of those pop-ups, when they present to you, they give you that perception. So with SWYPA, what we charge 5%. Hangout is our supply as well. We charge 5% across for every food that goes out. Let me explain the 5%. We use Yoko. Yoko for SWYPA, ne? Yoko charges 3.3% if when you were to hire the Yoko. 3.3. So with us, it's Yoko. And then if a client apatalaga cash, renale a CIT system so driver rena utlonga cheleta ise to our office, drop safe, we have to pay for CIT for safety reasons. So now you see the management of cash. That's why we charge you. And then to make it easy for when if we charge 30 rand per delivery to customers. So if a client was to buy the Jota 1,000, 5%, 1,000, give 50 rand. So, and then Yoko hele 3.3, which are Yoko netlabe inkile from the 1,000, 33 rand. And we charge 30 rand delivery. So we would have actually paid you to use SWYPA, that extra 5 rand. So now that explains our charges, why we charge 5%. And then our services, how to acquire our services. Because it's a free to use system. Rofa an application form. The application form, you just fill in your details, like the banking, because we pay daily to the account. So the same as Yoko. Yoko, RSYPile, Yabona it's a bit delayed because it's 24 hours. So Rena today, if we took stuff from you today, Her Kuala, late, Ropatala, or before 10 o'clock in the morning. So ours is actually quicker. So the application form, your banking details, the type of business, your hours. So you just fill in, that's the information we need. Arena contract. Unfortunately, for now, we don't have a contract. We're busy with the legal team because what we realized is we're dealing ka special attention. What is your, if we were to buy food from here, ra deliver, motho a tshwara ke mala. We need to have that disclaimer, how between us and Hangout, how do we deal with that? Because it could have been our bike arena is contaminated, foster motho a kule, or it could have been the food. So it's things we learn as we go, and then it's a growing business. Yeah, it's not a fully fledged business. It's a growing business, so we're trying by all to start how you use our system, the alternative. It will araba part of your question. Currently we use a WhatsApp system. And then I'll tell you the story behind the WhatsApp. We use WhatsApp for business. We started 2019 July 29 WhatsApp. Because we hyped this thing, it's never been done, Mokasi. I think a month or two before, I hype what you say, there's this kind of service that's coming. I crashed the system day one, Ratola influx. We actually, the first day as SWYPA, very regular half day, we started to sing. So now we're afraid to rain, now we're messing, because we're learning this thing. We don't know what we're doing. We think, okay, projections are not a real thing. Yeah, we projected to okay, these bikes, 8 lights, then you started challenges you didn't expect. You didn't expect to place a order, go hang out, store for a hang out to see slow. If I say 30 minutes, go hang out, not thinking, or they still need to prepare the food. It's not food that's readily available. And there's a difference between how our system works and how there's a free-to-use delivery at Dibonese. For some reason, we're getting a lot of orders at Dibonese because of how our system works and then that whole mall thing. Remember, we have a pool of people that are reliant on SWYPA. So sometimes they just call to say, what do you recommend? Actually, those are the calls we're getting. Because Mutu Utsepa, the SWYPA system. Versus you order code, Dibonese, it's free. They pile up Putzwa 10. So ours, the order, there's days we are busy. But the food is never late. So what I'm saying when I say, so the delivery might be late, but the food is not late. So aratsa maika dijo re wabona na kongwe Dibonese bana lo ba emisa mauche we don't have that, because who busy, we are busy, but aratsa mai rinke collect all the food and then route deliver. No, how then go collect the food. How I'm sure for people by using SWYPA, they know, or they never, as much as the order might be late, you never find your food cold or rain. We rather not compromise quality. Hangout. Even SWYPA is late, but Hosalan, the food from Hangout is still what I want. Yeah, so that's what we do. I know there's one I'm gonna remember. Ausi, with yours, I think I don't do mentorship things. I'm still finding myself. Where do I fit in? I understand. So my space is because I'm trying to figure out this thing. If we can check, we every month we try to introduce something new to see. We are in a research phase. There's a lot that we're doing, but we are this is how you do business. So Yeah, because sometimes I feel or but refer such platforms, and maybe it's the first time give so. So for such platforms, suddenly, it's on Wednesdays I do business mentorship. I can't. Until I get my things right, I can teach your brother how it's done. But right now, if your brother was to be here, we'll be going the same journey together, not me teaching. But now I cannot having someone olim. Yeah, and then. My brother, we are busy developing an app. Right, Tester? It's unfortunate. Last month, we were hoping already 3 would start the test, because internally we did the test. There's some changes that still needs to be done. So there's option to call. You call contact center arena, or you use WhatsApp. We are moving away from WhatsApp. The reason being, WhatsApp only now, the WhatsApp, you can have up to 4 users, but the 4 users are on the same line. So if you can message, that message, all attend so it's as good as it's 1 user. So you could imagine who can order say 50 immediately. So I have to go arabe when only 1. Come we say hi, what an automated message that say hi, welcome to SWYPA. Wabuya war hi. PC that automated message. You want a chat. I see it's a business. So a lot of people we get in that challenge, but to thinking or tabam because send you WhatsApp, I'm talking to this one. We've had complaints go Facebook, blue ticker. How do I blue tick? Yeah, how will it's company, you understand that you are through to SWYPA delivery, not through to me. No. So that's the challenge we have, and unfortunately we tried the model with a chatbot so that we don't lose the WhatsApp. But now chatbot, we realize there's challenges to it. And the challenge is how do we plug a store? So remember, whichever the market we're dealing with, it's slightly different. The app, there's a different way and model error running app where. So whatever we're doing go appong is based on experience SWYPA from day one. That's why we're saying it's custom built. It's easy to get an app, you download the app. There's a lot. And I'm seeing a lot of people are doing that. Baraka an app, or you spend maybe 30,000 on an app, and then a lot of plugins. You can interactly hang out. You can with Chicken Licken is easy. They are used to that system. Everything is easy. But how do you hunali kombarko life ko okmor? That man hana a phone ordering system. So now umufa app or every order ekenan. I respond, I attend. It's never gonna work. So that's where our contact center comes in. Rena, we found a way out. How do we deal with that? So it's custom built. Whatever we're doing on the app is based on my interaction with you as a customer. Customer ne deal lagantueso. It's our suppliers deal lagantueso. If you go onto the system here, Mr. D and Uber Eats, it works differently. If you go on a system here, Debonairs and Steers, because whenever user, their system is almost the same. Just to give you an idea of doing business in township versus business in town. But Uber Eats, you can order the whole menu at McDonald's. So right now we're trying to accommodate to make sure you are taken care of. So, yeah, the app is coming, my brother. We're hoping to test Kabatu. Sorry to say this, but it sounds like you are guinea pigs, but we have to test the system. So we're hoping maybe June, because Nakoela May to test. When I say to test, we have the app. But I need to make sure the app for a month, run the system app, and then once once we are comfortable to say the system is ready, we take it national. Fortunate enough, we're lucky to partner with MultiChoice. And MultiChoice, how that arrangement came about was seeing that gap. You're running the manual system and on something that you've positioned so well. So they said, no, let's help the development of the app. It takes time, and we appreciate that. It takes time. And I thought you'll just come, unke snap. It's not that easy. Because, how we do it, we can't make it perfect, but we try to do right. For instance, pictures. We need to have proper pictures on the system. So when you go to Magwinya can't put Magwinya at 50 rand aside for you to take a picture of Filaruluzi, to understand, of which is true. So we must rebanele patience or kasheko honale order ya 50 rand or phone ke romele photographer. So that's what's taking long. It's different. If you go Mr. D, chances are they didn't even have to take one picture. Online detained in Epesa KFC. But with us, we spend money for the outlet to have such things.
Are you based in Tembisa?
Oh yeah. That app. After the testing and we are sure the app is ready, we take it national. And plans for national are ready. So already we've started got database Soweto, Cathoras, Mamelodi. So that's our next expansion phase. So plans are ready. So we are constantly going to Soweto and seeing more what markets are we, what market is there for. So the next phase SWYPA is Soweto, Cathoras, and then, but now how we move is different. We're trying to have products and brands that we move with. There's one partnership we just starting Le Sowetan. So when I say products and brands that we move with, if I go to Soweto, I can go Le Sowetan. You see, so those are the type of partnerships that we're trying to have moving national.
So currently, like the F&B, food and beverage.
So what we do, dijo, drinks, parcels. When we say in business support, we're getting a lot of requests. It's at the business, moving things around. So you could have a letter, for instance. You don't want to be driving from Ivory, we say letter go Pumulong, or tola traffic, go macheni. You've wasted time. Regard like a scooter, skipper the traffic, your letter is quickly there. We understand. So that's the business support we do. One client is here, printing a so-called appeal, moving client ordinary business card. It's negal. And then he has to drive IECO clienting, and then we understand. So it's a hassle. Give us that job, review. Man, get again to the yeah, try and to take into the rain. Hey, why one? Hey, scarco, mover. Hey.
All right, due to time, unfortunately, we have to be out in the next 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Otherwise, we're in trouble because Hangout has to open. We need to have you again. Session Yahao, fella, only one. Because I feel like there's so much that you still need to share and so many questions that people still have. From my side, I think the biggest thing I took out lastly was the sacrifices that you have made to get to where you are today. And on behalf of T, we wish you all the best, my brother. We hope that you grow, you make more money, and you employ more people, and may your dreams become a reality. Thank you, brother, and God bless you. All right, as I said to you, we need to be out in the next couple of minutes. Can we get a picture of our brother in the front here? While we're getting a picture, our last speaker, just for 5 minutes, Kim Menkele for W&R Resita, just a couple of minutes. There's something that she needs to address, and then Raikwala, and then we are done. So please, can we do that one when you're expanding, like when you are all over the pose. 30 rand. Or when you're swiping. All right, so please can we put our hands together one last time for Menkele from W&R Resita. Mama, over to you.
Hello, everyone. I hope my senior has already spoken with regards to what is wholesale and retail and everything. But my concern when I was sitting there, because we are the ones that were sort of ushering or looking at everyone that comes through, my concern is late coming. I'm here to address the issue of time management. For you guys, because you are our stakeholders, there is a lot that we doing with stakeholders like yourselves, and in everything that we do as wholesale and retail SETA, we request that we work within time limit. So when I see people coming around 11, whereas they are on business, I get worried. So my coming here is only to address you guys to say, when you are in business, please, please, please take care of time management. For sure, as we are talking about wholesale and retail SETA, we are talking about saying we're gonna do training. All of you, when you are within our scope of business, it means time is more crucial for every day of what you wanna do. So as it is, I'm saying, in the long run, probably you'll be becoming part of our learners or our trainers. I don't know which line are you gonna do with us, but make sure that as we ask you to say submit documents by this time frame, that is what you need to do. And when they call you like now, like today T has asked you to say 9 o'clock sharp, you must be here. It means by 8:30, you must be here. So that you get seated, they can see what is supposed to be done logistically, and then you are going to be getting the information from the scratch. But when you come at around 11, I mean, there's a lot that people has gathered, and you came late, and you just came at the end of what's supposed to be given to you. For example, if I can ask those who came late to say, W&R SETA, what is their mandate for you or the relationship for you and them? They won't know, and they won't be able to know where to ask or who to ask. So I'm requesting humbly to say, as we want to be in business, we are competing with our counterparts who are the white people, remember? As we are here to make sure that we make a difference for ourselves and our community. So big up to those who came on time, and then for those who came late, let's learn and start to try our best to make sure that we commit ourselves to business. And as we commit to business, it means we commit ourselves to time management. The latter speaker was indicating to you guys to say, when they deliver, the restaurant will be on time to do their submission of what they have requested, and they themselves, they take responsibility about time management. Of course, they will add or accommodate the interruption of maybe traffic along the way when they submit your things. But at the end of the day, you have heard that they take that commitment to say, if they bring food, it will come as per what they have got from the restaurant. So at the same time, when you are doing your business, you need to make sure that you are doing what you have started and at the right time, and make sure that you get everything on time. Thank you very much, and looking forward to work with you because I'm dealing more with SMMEs. Thank you and good luck. Bye.
Thank you so much, Menkele. So we've come to the end of the afternoon. Thank you so much, Siyabonga kakhulu. Thank you so much for joining us. By a show of hands, was it How many of you are joining us for our next one? I wish a good thing at it's small. Yeah? On behalf of T, my last words, we want to say a big thank you. Siyabonga kakhulu. Thank you so much. You could have been elsewhere, but you decided to come and be with T. Because if you're not here, then there's no T. Right? But you joined us, you learned, you interacted, and we really, really appreciate it. If you're tweeting, remember once again, hashtag join us for tea. Please tag the hangout. Please tag join us for tea. My last words as we leave. Don't just leave here inspired, then come again and want to be inspired again. We want to make sure that next time when we're having a session like this, we have entrepreneurs like you who come and take the stage and share your story. Right? We connect, we develop, we grow. Until next time, 19th of June, we're back again for the second session of tea. See you then. Take care. God bless you and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hashtag join us for tea. Thank you. Email or the number I call. Just drop them in WhatsApp and if you are an entrepreneur and you'd like to market your business for free, there's a TV show outside. Banike platform for mahala to market your business. So as you go outside, go there and they'll speak to you and you can market your business. Thank you so much, Vuyo and your crew and the TV show. Thank you.